There we go. We're live.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Today is Thursday, February 26th, 3:01 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you for joining Rex Sisters. Please don't forget to like, follow, comment, share, and subscribe. And I just want to make note that this show ain't no Meg Kelly show. Okay?
If that's what you're expecting, we don't have
You're in
that
the
team.
wrong place.
We do
Yes, you're in
not
the
have
wrong
that
place.
team to help it out, so it's just
Yeah.
us.
Plus, she does a pre-record, so it's a whole lot easier.
Oh, it's much
We're
easier to edit and make it look so awesome and everything.
yes, exactly. And I
Something
say
we don't
that
have.
because, yeah, I am freaking so exhausted from yesterday and today. If I make it through till 5 p.m., it's going to be a miracle. Just wake me. I've already said two stupid things, and we
Oh,
haven't
one was
even,
funny. One was
yeah.
absolutely hilarious.
Mm-hmm. You can share that in a moment.
Uh,
Uh, I, yeah, just trying to get from the other room over here with food, and then I dropped my cheese and just whatever. It's whatever. I don't know.
life is being life, right?
Hmm. I guess, is that what I'm doing? Am I adulting? Is that what I'm
Yeah,
doing?
that's what this is. What adulting is. Shit going wrong, and it gets worse as you get older.
Thank you very much for that. I appreciate that. Let me tell you.
Or as my son likes to say, life be like that, and then just
There you go.
slowly walks away.
Yeah, life be like that, huh?
Yeah, wisdom from a
So go
21
ahead.
year old.
Yeah, so go ahead.
Hmm.
Tell them how stupid I am.
So it's not stupid, it's just a word blunder, and I do it all the time. We were talking about what I had for lunch, and I said I had some dill pickles, and Dee said that she wouldn't mind having some pilled dickles. I don't know what a pilled dickle is, but I know what a dill pickle is. So I blunder words all the time. It's just part of my DNA. Since I was a kid, my words get mixed up like that. I call it verbal dyslexia.
There you go. There you go. That was pretty
But I
funny.
still really am curious, what is a pilled dickle?
I don't know.
Really?
Maybe I need a I don't know.
I want to know what a pilled dickle is. Like, what is a dickle? Is it even a thing? And how do you pill it?
Maybe I know I need a pill. I know that for sure, which I'm going to take two in just a moment.
Hey, Blue
Uh,
Rose.
hey, Blue.
I'm dying. It's been one of those days that even, the best of what we can come up with will still possibly be more entertaining because of our own verbal blunders while reading and talking. I mean, it makes it entertaining. It makes it very entertaining because we're not editing
Yeah,
that shit out at the end. It's just
right,
there. But
right,
I
right.
really, what is a pilled dickle? I
Maybe you should maybe you should put that out as a short and somebody might be able to answer that for us,
I will definitely put it out.
you know? I'm telling you the stupid stuff. I don't even know where that came from. You know what I mean? Like I think I'm normal. Perhaps
Oh, I
I'm
know
not.
you are.
Yeah,
I know
perhaps
you
I'm
are.
not. Yeah, I don't know. Hmm. We'll have to now I'm trying to cut my cheese open with a pair of scissors because I
Oh,
can't get the damn wrapper open.
well, there is such a thing as a pill dickle, and it appears to be a pseudonym of an artist and musician with Instagram content featuring art from Woodstock, New York. The Bandcamp page.
Maybe somewhere I heard of that in my path.
I didn't know it. Pill
No,
dickle
I
art
would.
is an art um Instagram thing.
Okay, send that over to me so I could look at it. I'll let you know if it's
I
anywhere
don't ever go on
in my
Instagram, so I don't know. This is new to me, but I will send it to you. Um,
okay.
the art is moderately okay.
Why
It
don't
might
you
be bad on purpose.
is it okay to throw up a copy of the art so that people could see what a
No,
pilled nickel looks like?
no,
No?
no. It's not okay to put up on. Nope. I will send
Okay,
it to
that
you.
means
It's
okay,
just.
that okay, people, that means that you have to join the Discord. If you want to know what a pilled dickle is, I am going to look at it. I will let you know if
It's
let's see.
not. I didn't see any clips
Oh,
from her testimony. Yeah,
oh,
yeah, I told you, not appropriate
I
for public consumption. And it could get us in
honest
trouble
God,
on Discord
people,
too.
I have never seen this artwork. Why am I screaming so loud? Like people are here, like I got a holler. Hold on. I have never seen this shit in my life. Holy crap. Wow.
That when you
Is that
asked if
really?
I could share it, it's like, nope. For a reason. Nope.
Oh, damn.
And no, so far there have not been any clips from Hillary's testimony that I've found. Um, oh, they do have it. Okay, I will have to get it for tomorrow. Then I will download the 3 hours of content and cut it down as to the most important parts. But yeah, D, we're not sharing that on YouTube. No.
Oh, hell no.
Okay,
Nope.
just wanted to make sure you
No.
knew.
Yeah. In fact, I'm going to forward it to our moderator and see what she has to say.
Yeah.
Okay, moderator, it's on its way. You tell us if it should be shared or not. And if not, please drop the Discord link. I've never seen that shit in my life. But you know what? If that's all it takes to be an artist, you
We're
know
in
what
the
I mean?
wrong department.
Yeah, we are. We're doing the wrong thing. We're working too hard for nothing. You know that.
Well, sometimes it's the simple stuff that matters, and I don't think that person makes money off of that art. It's hard to say, but
I'll bet you I'll bet you they made something. I'll bet you there's something that floated somebody's boat. Oh, I don't
but
know how
that's why the
artists.
second you asked, is it, hey, can we show it? Nope, nope,
Yep.
and nope some more.
I don't know if I could ever look at a pickle again the same.
I
It's
don't
the
know either.
word.
Hold on, Blue's going to look. I don't, um, yeah, um, yeah.
Yeah.
Just, yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
Uh-huh. I
I
don't
don't
know
think
what
I
more to
could eat.
say.
I don't know
Just,
if I could eat a dill pickle again.
I mean, pre-sliced.
Yes, I was just.
Pre-sliced will be okay. The chips, the
Say that
sandwich
again.
ones, the
You know what?
spears.
I have a big jar of whole ones, and those suckers are going to have to be sliced up because they're not coming towards me whole.
Oh, Blue's dying laughing. Yeah, I don't think that can be shared too much publicly. I don't know how Instagram
Right.
allows that. I didn't have to age verify or anything to see the account.
Right. Uh, yeah, of
Yeah.
course it was that.
Yeah, you guys yeah. Inappropriate, childish, immature, whatever you want to call it, absolutely qualifies
I wonder
to
how old
describe
the
that art.
wait, and the creators probably in their 40s or some shit like that, right?
Or older, or it could be a kid in middle school.
That I could see because that would be really juvenile, right?
It is kind of juvenile, but college guys are just as bad.
Right, right.
I mean, I think it's all ages, really. Just gonna point that out.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm dying.
I'm just, I didn't know how to describe it to you. To make it clear we couldn't share it, so here's a link. That's all
Right.
I could do.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Mm.
Oh God. See why sometimes we research off screen and then bring it over for you guys. Because you
Correct.
never know.
Right.
You
Right.
never know.
Yes, ma'am. Uh,
God, I did.
that was that was rough.
Oh, that was, yeah,
Well, the only good thing I could say that came out of it is the
we
guys
got her.
aren't here.
Yeah, right now the guys have not come in.
Right.
That is true.
Art, Vanilla, Vanilla and Art would have something to say. JJ, Cannabis certainly would have something to say.
Blue Rose, I'm dead.
Mm-hmm. We're
In the
dead.
comments.
Mm-hmm.
Ay, 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 ay.
So, if we haven't convinced you yet, if you want to know about what a dill pickle is, or a pickle dilled, or a
Pill
pill
Dickle.
dickled, or a pill dickle, or whatever kind of dickle floats your boat, join the Discord.
Yeah.
Uh, okay.
Yep. That's about all I can really come up with as well. Um,
Mm-hmm.
we'll have to add that to the Discord if it will let us. At least the link to the channel. Um,
Okay.
I know it's been getting kind of strict about things that we share. I tried sharing a picture of what certain childhood illnesses do to kids,
Mm-hmm.
and why we need some of these vaccines that they are scaring people with. And
Right.
it's all I did was share what diphtheria does to the throat. It wasn't even the worst picture out there, and they're like, "This is too graphic. You can't share it."
Jeez, what the heck?
Same with smallpox, and it wasn't even the worst one out there. And they're like, "Nope, this is too graphic." It's like, but it's a legitimate thing that these illnesses do. I'm using this for educational purposes, and it's like, nope, it's still too graphic, fuckers.
Jeez.
And for all the
And
people who want to say I'm anti-vax, I am not. I am anti-specific vaccines. 90% of them we actually do need.
yeah.
There's only like two or three I think are just a waste of time, effort, and money.
Yeah,
But
it's funny. I've been listening to I listen to Spotify a lot, and their damn commercials, they drive me up a wall because it's the same thing. You would think they'd be able to get other sponsors. Either that or they heard me and they know I'm a conservative and are like, bitch, we're gonna push liberal shit on you, because that's all I get. I've never heard one conservative thing come out of any of their ads.
but you know, if you were listening on a computer, you could put up what's called an ad blocker.
Yeah, I know. I know. I have an ad block. I have one.
Oh, you
I'm on my
do?
tablet. You got to remember, I'm in bed doing this.
Yeah, I don't even listen on my phone anymore because
Mm-hmm.
it's bullshit what they put and what they
Right?
push.
Yep.
And quite honestly, if I want a product, I'll go research the product before I buy it.
The only good thing about that, Crazy Bee, is when listening to the commercials, I pay attention to the propaganda being pushed, and then we could say something about it. So, for example, they're really doing a number on pushing vaccines for adults.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you think you got the flu? Oh, you think you got RVS? Oh, you think you got a cough? Oh, you think you got to take a shit? You need a vaccine.
Well, RSV is actually quite deadly for especially elderly
Yes,
with
I
compromised
know.
breathing.
I know
Um,
it is. I'm
the
not saying it's
rest, not so much.
right. But when you're repeating the same advertisement every 10, 15 minutes, it, you know what I mean? That's
I get
subliminal
it.
messaging. You know what I
I get
mean?
it.
It's like
Yeah.
when you go to the doctors, it's like, I need a vaccine. I heard that you need one to take a shit. Do I qualify for it? Oh my God, I need it. I really need it. They said I did on on TV. They said on Spotify I need it.
Yeah.
And it's the same Spotify that had that damn American Bridge Company pushing that the Republicans and abortion.
Well, they did pay for the slot, so they paid for it to be played every however many times a day. Um, so
You know
yeah.
what?
Spotify just took the money.
I know they did because they can't get no sponsors.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they're playing the same stuff over and over. You know, back in the day when you had radio, real radio, how often did you hear the same commercial being played over and over and over?
It's usually once an hour.
Uh huh.
But I'll tell you, if you think Spotify is bad, Pandora is worse because sometimes you had to have a 30-second ad after every single song to continue for free.
No.
After so many songs, you then got ads after every song. And I believe it's still the same way. My daughter was livid and actually and demanded a Pandora account for a while because she got sick of the advertisements after every fucking song.
You know, when my dad he got his stereo system and he would take the radio song and transfer it onto a cassette tape
Mm-hmm.
or a back in the day it was 8 tracks, believe it or not.
I've seen those and used them.
Hey, I still have them. I have all of our 8 tracks. I have all of our cassette tapes. I have all of our DVDs, CDs. I have 78. Uh, I have a lot of stuff. It's probably not worth anything. But that's how we recorded things. And at least you would then have your own, be able to play your own music and not have to listen to the damn commercials.
Mm-hmm.
I, I digress.
Oh no,
Oh,
sorry.
yeah.
I was also reading a message that came across from our wonderful Blue Rose, and I think this is something we definitely should talk about. I'm going to pull it up for you to see. Um. Can you see that?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was going on. Did you?
Hold on. Yeah, they knew about this.
I had no clue.
Because they were uh they were following her on planes and all kind of shit.
Mm-hmm. That's not good.
I guarantee you she ain't the only one.
There was something I saw about Cash Patel and some other person needing to provide their phone records or something to the FBI. So evidently the FBI is investigating their own director.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, pretty bizarre stuff going on right now.
Yeah, if you can find that, you can put that up too.
We'll see if I can find something on it. But yeah, the world we're in is really messed up right now. Really messed
I
up.
don't I don't trust anything any of them have to say.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Not one of them.
Mm-hmm. I don't trust our government right now.
Right.
Yeah, I
Hey,
know.
Vanilla.
I know, Blue Rose. Hi, Vanilla. I was putting it up for D to see if it's something we should talk about or not. I did not know about that. So.
Yeah, there's been some rumblings
Mm-hmm.
about who's doing what with
Yep.
whom. It's very messed up. And then, well, we got the pilot thing to show too. So I'm telling you, we're every which way but Sunday.
Oh, there's a lot going on about all of this nonsense. Everything's a mess.
Right. Um, so which way, or I guess we're gonna finish up with Trump and then do the breaking news stuff we had for today.
Or
Is
did
that
I
how you
have the
want?
breaking news lined up first, and then
Oh,
the stuff you sent over in
okay.
the order you sent it, and then the rest of it, and
Okay.
then the stuff that I'm getting as we're going live, as
Okay,
we're
cool.
live. So,
Okay.
um,
All right. Well, let's get started.
alrighty, let me give them Google, and we can hit play while I keep searching for an article about the FBI on Kash Patel.
Okay.
Iowa Senator Jonah Ernst, she's the chair of the Small Business and Entrepreneurship Committee, also serving on the Senate Armed Services Committee. Madam Chairwoman, thank you so much for coming on. We do appreciate that. I know you've attended your fair share of the State of the Union addresses. Talk to us about last night, what it felt like in the room, what you made of the president, and how he presented his case to Americans.
Well, it was incredible, and thank you so much. A lot of us have a lot of sleep in our eyes yet this morning, but let me tell you what, being in that room with President Donald J. Trump, it was electric. And I have to say, I've been here, this is my, I don't know, 11th, 12th State of the Union address, and I have to say, it was by far the best one that I have attended. And the president laid out so many wonderful wins for the American people in this first year of his second term. And he highlighted everyday Americans that have faced significant challenges and overcome them. Why? By being American citizens. He celebrated the greatness of America last night. And as we are approaching our 250th anniversary of this magnificent country, it was really good of him to bring it all together and really focus on what makes us the greatest nation on the face of the planet.
Yeah, he touched on a lot of topics last night. And I was mentioning to Sean that, he really picked a number of the 80-20 issues where the vast majority of Americans, Democrats and Republicans, feel one way. And one of those is illegal immigration and border security. Let's listen to that.
After 4 years in which millions and millions of illegal aliens poured across our borders, totally unvetted and unchecked, we now have the strongest and most secure border in American history by far.
Crazy
In the
B,
past 9 months,
but
Yes, ma'am.
now what I think he could add now that would see that shot right there where you stopped is perfect. So you see where the American flag is?
Mm-hmm.
Then the concrete wall was on each side there.
Yeah.
They could put up two big screens and he could just show the illegals pouring over. And then he could show pictures and videos and whatever. Since we're going to have all this other kerfluffle, here we go. Let's start on word
Kerfuffle.
three. Word three of the day is what, Crazy B?
Well, meant to be kerfuffle, but
Thank you.
yes.
And he could just play a video because how many people have not seen the millions, the train loads of
Well,
people that
here's
were
the thing: is
pouring
it's
across the
not
border?
that they don't believe them; they're coming across. They just believe all of them are innocent people who've done absolutely nothing ever wrong in their lives, and that they are just looking for a better life, not to
I
expand a
see.
cartel drug empire.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, they
Sorry.
know they're coming across. The problem is they're under the wrong impression as to why they're coming across.
Okay.
And I think that's the biggest issue. Is they've
Right.
been lied to by the people who've overstayed their visas as students at universities.
Right.
and all of that bullshit. You know, like how they were lied to about what Islam is really about.
Right.
Yeah, I definitely have some issues with all of this. But they just are like, they just want a better life. Well, how about you go down
Mm-hmm.
and help them protest the cartels as to why
Right.
some of them are coming here, but others are coming here to absolutely expand that empire that their bosses
Mm-hmm.
sent them here for.
Right.
Yeah. And by the way, some of those people coming here are going to be working some really hellish jobs to pay off the
The
cartels,
cartels.
coyotes that brought
Yep.
them here.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Only to get sent back and have nothing.
yeah. That's why Trump said self-deport. It's better for
Mm-hmm.
you. At least you'll have some money to go back on. But you will
Right.
have cartels trying to hunt your ass down.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that
Because
too.
they still want their money.
Mm-hmm.
Because they still took you across.
Yep. Services rendered must be paid.
Mm-hmm.
Joys of business, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
It's a really fucked up situation. Come on.
0 illegal aliens have
The
been
mouse
admitted
doesn't want to
to
work.
the United States.
So, from your vantage point, did any Democrats applaud the statement, or were they just still sitting on their hands? Because that's one where their constituents, their voters, agree with the president.
Well, I think we know the answer to that. The Democrats were not excited about the president bringing up this issue. And yet, in the audience, two Iowans that did attend the speech as guests of Congressman Randy Feenstra, Scott Root and Scotty Root, the father and the brother of Sarah Root, who was killed by an illegal migrant about a dozen years ago. And she tragically lost her life on the day of her college graduation.
Oh, my gosh.
And for them and for millions of other Americans that have suffered at the hands of criminal, illegal migrants, it
Immigrants,
resonated. We want to know that our
aliens,
border is
anything but
secure.
migrants. And again, this is where I have an issue with some of the Republicans. She is using
Right.
the term migrant. That
Mm-hmm.
implies a temporary stay.
Right.
Immigrant is the I'm coming here and I'm not leaving, legally or illegally.
It's illegal alien.
That yes,
There is no
but
other term. There's no other
migrant.
term.
Well, there's legal
Nope.
migrant workers that come here to do migrant
Right.
work. That is a
Right.
legal definition, but illegal alien is definitely what it should be called, and they should not imply it as a temporary thing by using the word migrant.
Right. They don't like using the term illegal alien. It sounds, like a more derogatory term. Then
Mm-hmm.
Congress, get your act together and change it. Call them
I'm
something else.
put it in
Call
writing
them, we'll
because
take care of your ass forever, people.
yeah, I'd even tolerate illegal immigrant because they're coming here illegally and they're trying to stay permanently. They on an illegal basis. Fine, I can tolerate that. Just don't say illegal migrant because that means it's a temporary worker who's planning on going back after the season, which they're not going to do. Just so you know.
Mm.
I really get upset when I hear the term migrant used because it is very misleading.
Hold on a second, because I want to check these definitions. I don't like either one, to be honest with you.
I get it. Immigrant is a person who has come here and is planning to stay long term. Whether they
So
become
the
a citizen
definition,
or not
yeah.
is different.
So immigrants are individuals who relocate to a new country for permanent residence,
Yep.
seeking better opportunities, or reuniting with family. And then there are requirements for immigration. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
A migrant, for the terminology, is any person moving within a state or across an international border away from their habitual residence, often for work, education, or safety, regardless of legal status or whether the move is voluntary or forced.
It also implies temporary, like bird migration.
Mm.
It's not
Types,
meant
in,
to be
type,
long term.
types include internal, international, short term, long term, and seasonal workers.
So, but it's still temporary, long term, but not permanent.
It just says short term / long term.
But it's meant to be
Reasons.
temporary by the definition I remember.
Well, I'm reading you the definition, dear.
Is this the same
Reasons.
definition of what COVID? Never mind. What a vaccine was under the DHS.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of like that. I'm just
Okay.
reading you what's current here. Reasons range from seeking better economic opportunities to fleeing violence or climate change. Oh my God.
Told you
That
they altered the definition.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Just stop. Where I can now move to Africa, anywhere in Asia.
Oh, I guarantee that's not the definition of those in those countries. I guarantee it's not the definition. Only America has that retarded definition.
Some country that is hot. And
You're
I
risking
am fleeing
malaria.
the United States because of climate change. Okay. It includes this works. The effects include shifting political dynamics.
Oh, bye.
Yep. Via diaspora activism, high risks of workplace exploitation and health issues, and challenges in educational access.
Wow, I have a couple countries in mind that I would like to go visit, and I would like to become a migrant there. Since it's legal for them to have migrants just crossing the border into our place, we should be able to reciprocate, right?
Yes. So let's find out. I mean, there's 186 countries that we know of that came here.
Will they
came from
reciprocate?
106. Yes. Let's find we got to find the list. And then we have it somewhere. Find the list. That should be on my thing all the time. I don't know why it isn't, but that just is a thought. Find the list. Let's pick the list, and then we're going to go there. And we're going to, with nothing, no passport,
and
no
I
money.
expect money, like food stamps, the welfare benefits, the medical, top of the line medical, by the way. And you're going to pay for my house and my housing.
Yeah.
And you're going to try to provide me with a job, clothing, all that stuff.
Yes.
And the equal amounts of what America dishes out. Reciprocal, migrant work, migrantism, migrating, whatever you want to call it.
Well, I can't work, so you have to take care of me.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We're both disabled. Ha, wouldn't they love that?
Yes. We'll get there. We'll out in wheelchairs.
But I have a feeling we're the wrong skin color to qualify. And wrong religion.
Little bit of shoe polish. Right? Isn't that what they did? Isn't that what Trudeau did? Was, a little bit of shoe polish?
I think he used black face paint so it's less chemicals to absorb through the skin. But fundamentally.
Back in our day, it was shoe polish. What can I tell you?
Oh, that might explain some of our politicians' mental states.
Yes. What do you think? I think there's opportunity.
I don't think it's going to work. I think we're going to get you're fucking crazy and we're sending you back.
I think we'd get the shit kicked out of us. I think we'd be beat, killed.
I think Poland is the only place that would welcome us because, the same ideologies and thoughts and standards of society. Poland might take us. And I mean, given my grandmother on my dad's side, my grandfather, both my grandparents on my dad's side and my mother's family came from Poland.
If you think we'll go there, I'll have to go in as your lesbian lover then.
Poland doesn't
That's the
accept
only
that kind
thing.
of shit.
Oh, fuck, that's right. So we're out of luck there.
We're just
Damn.
sisters.
Okay,
You're my
sister.
adopted older sister.
Yeah, yeah, we could maybe do that. Half sisters. We're half sisters.
There we go. Half sisters. That
Half
works.
sister. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. We'll get this worked out one way or another. We'll
To
figure this
illegally
out.
migrate somewhere. I mean, I've got
Yeah.
legitimate family probably still in that country, given my
Mhm.
mother's mother was the first one born. No, on my mom's side, I believe it's her mother was the first born here. Or maybe
As
she
long
came
as
over
we
as a
can
baby.
sing,
I can't remember.
as long as we can start singing gypsies, tramps, and thieves, we'll be in.
Oh, but that's the Jewish side of the family. The Gypsy side is from the Slavic regions.
Oh, okay. Wrong
So we'd
side.
have to be
Okay.
Jewish. We'd have to be Jewish.
Okay. Well, I can pull out some Jewishisms if I have to from all of my teachings from the workings that
The
I work
language is
with.
different, though. It's not your typical Yiddish that's commonly spoken amongst it. It's Kashubian, and I have never heard it spoken. I don't know what it even sounds like. I know it's like a Polish mixed with whatever their language was.
No hable Polish. I don't know.
Like I said, I only know one phrase in Polish, and it's not appropriate.
Does it go with the pickle dill?
No,
dickle?
it's the equivalent of "kiss my ass, dumbass," I believe is the translation.
I see.
So yeah,
we'll get this figured out. We're gonna take a hard look at this and come up with like a. I have a little thing in turn in my head. We'll talk later about it. Yeah, I have an idea.
I guarantee they'll just kick us right back out. Except like maybe a handful of places in the world.
Yeah, you tell Danny, I'll tell Eric that me and you're like going to Florida, but we're actually gonna go overseas. Shit.
I don't even have a passport.
We wouldn't even be able to get out of the country. The US wouldn't even let us board a plane.
Yeah.
You know?
I know. We might be able to take something close over to like Texas, and then we kind of have someone push us to the Rio Grande in wheelchairs, then we swim across. And hopefully someone on the other side will have a wheelchair available to take us from there. 2 wheelchairs.
Right. Oh, Lord. Now we got some issues here. All right.
Yeah.
We'll think about this off camera. All right. Go ahead.
Button.
Only
Click.
President Trump could have done this. Congress has stalled for so long on securing our border. The president took the action into his own hands, and he secured it for us.
Yeah, we were just looking at some of the video as you were speaking, remembering and reminding ourselves of the protests we've seen of Representative Al Green having to be escorted, some Democrats falling asleep,
and Ilhan Omar,
Rashida Tlaib.
Yeah, they're heckling the president, like yelling at the president during this.
I guarantee those Democrats are faking sleep. They're not actually asleep.
Yeah.
I'm going to just put that out right now. Dude's faking.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he's got a smirk on his face.
Yeah. I guarantee they were faking sleep, so. All right, just making sure.
Nice to see all his hair grew back though after his chemo.
Yeah. Oh, Lord. Help this country or hit it with an asteroid, one of the two.
Yes. Yeah, for real. Please. An asteroid that we all go boom chakalaka.
At the same time.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Wearing a pin saying F ICE on the floor.
That's pretty classy, isn't it?
Yeah, Senator, your response there.
Yeah, absolutely. I think as we are elected into these offices, we should remember to carry ourselves with dignity and respect. And believe me, I sat through a lot of President Biden's speeches, even President Obama's speeches, and I never once would have considered that. Now, do I disagree with those policies presented by those Democratic presidents? Absolutely. But you can respect the office of the President of the United States, and you should respect the office whether you are a House member or a senator. And obviously, these members, they don't have enough class to do that.
Information.
I'll point out that John Fetterman even said the same thing. You don't gotta like the guy. You gotta respect the office. And again, this keeps blowing my mind how much Fetterman is actually neutral and relatively sane compared to what he started as. You remember him chasing a guy down with a shotgun or something, and that totally happened, but look at him now. What the fuck?
I know. It takes a stroke and get hit by a car, you know.
But again, I get that strokes can even alter a personality, but I'm shocked it altered him for the better. Because I can support Fetterman with what he's saying right now. He's like the only Democrat I can actually agree with.
That has any sense about him.
Any level of sense. And how is that possible?
But I will
out of all those Democrats, he's the only one with a brain.
I will tell you, amongst my friends in Pittsburgh and the Pittsburgh community in general, greater Pittsburgh as well, they can't stand him.
Well, because he's not what they voted for. They voted for a radical leftist, then he had a stroke, and now he's a neutral, sane person who sees where the right can be right sometimes, but he also agrees with some of the stuff from the left, but it's got to be in moderation, not free reign. Kind of like what I say.
Yep.
Blows my mind. I was never expecting to be on the same page as John Fetterman on a lot of these things.
There you go.
So 2025 and 2026, all the way through, is going to be some very strange times. Because I was not expecting to ever agree with a Democrat like Fetterman. Because even when he was running, even when you listen to his campaign, it's pure insanity.
I know.
But then he gets in and has a stroke. Well, he has a stroke after he wins the election before taking office. And next thing you know, you have a decent person with a brain that makes logical sense.
Don't forget he also suffers from severe depression. And that's probably because of the part where he belonged to the Democratic Party.
No.
So, you know. Yes, it could be. You don't know that.
It's more than likely his stroke caused this problem, or it's a chemical imbalance.
I know that. Please don't ruin it for the audience. You know what I mean?
Oh, God. Okay.
Go ahead. What's up next?
We have J.D. Vance and Oz have just announced they are withholding money from Medicaid funds to the state of Minnesota. I'm not sure I'm opposed to it. We'll find out. Let's take a listen. I mean, like I've said before, if they're not following federal guidelines for the immigration and stuff, then they shouldn't get federal funding for those people.
This has to do with the autism services.
Yep. Let's hear what they have to say.
Americans. So we're announcing today that we have decided to temporarily halt certain amounts of Medicaid funding that are going to the state of Minnesota in order to ensure that the state of Minnesota takes its obligations seriously to be good stewards of the American people's tax money. Now, what is this going to mean? What this means is that, first of all, the providers on the ground in Minnesota have actually already been paid. The state has paid those providers the money. What we're doing is we are stopping the federal payments that will go to the state government until the state government takes its obligations seriously to stop the fraud that's being perpetrated against the American taxpayer. There are a few different ways that we're doing that. There are a few different affirmative actions that we're taking today.
I hear the court cases already. I'm sorry. I actually can hear the judges in the court cases already. Human
yeah.
rights. Human
Uh-huh.
rights.
And the thing is that they have won in other cases where the judges have ordered that they have to pay the money, and then it gets kicked up to the next level and then the next level. And when does it stop?
When the Supreme Court
There
justices finally make a decision 30 years
Yeah,
down the road.
exactly. And people still have their money and there's no payback, and the states don't pay it back, and all in all, you're still screwed, right?
Uh-huh.
Nothing's changed.
Just
And
like
there
how
is
they cut
one.
funding to the Border Patrol people.
Yes, yes. There is one comment that I just thought of when I
Mm-hmm.
saw when you started this. And is it my imagination, or two things? Number one, I give Trump a lot of credit. It seems to me that this vice president is out and about more than Mike Pence was, as far as
Mm-hmm.
you
Even
saw
Kamala
Pence.
Harris.
Yeah, you saw Pence doing things like more military things, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But like JD Vance he's poising him to be the next president.
Yeah.
It seems like
Oh,
it,
yes.
it it's like he's grooming him to move on. And we should reword that word groom.
He's
But
training him.
yes, he's getting OJT.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that. I like that Trump isn't hogging all of the limelight himself. He is letting JD out there and about,
And same with
to
Marco
say,
Rubio. I've noticed that with Marco Rubio, he's letting him take the reins on a lot of things
yes,
and just trusting him with it and only
yes,
fill him in what's going on as it goes.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot I like about Marco Rubio. He has, at least in my opinion, has changed since he first ran. Uh, and I just think he's gaining more experience as well on the job as well.
Mm-hmm.
You just can't be the senator or a governor. Although, look, a businessman did become president, so go figure. A Hollywood actor did become president. A Hollywood
Mm-hmm.
actor did become governor, so go figure.
More than
Stranger,
once.
yeah,
But at least it's not a
stranger.
failed artist from Austria. Sorry.
Okay,
They all
just
want
say.
to sit there and complain about it, but technically he's not for a lot of reasons. So I'll
Mm-hmm.
just, yeah, bad joke thrown in at the wrong time, but
Okay, I
fun.
gotcha. I gotcha.
Here we go. Let's hear what else they're going to add. But um, I really kind of agree with what they're saying about not all of the money is going to be withheld. Or
Right,
basically, the state isn't going to get to touch the money. It's just going to go directly to the doctors and the insurance companies.
right.
All right.
Yep.
Dr. Oz is going to talk about those, but let me talk a little bit about the spirit of this and why we're doing it. So number one of the examples of fraud that we've seen in Minnesota that we verified that is just awful is that a program that existed to ensure that autistic children had access to some after-school services has made a number of people rich, not by providing services to needy children, but by allowing fraudsters to take money that ought by right go to American citizens and to American families, and to set up sham businesses, set up sham clients, set up people who are not even autistic but claim to be autistic in order that they benefit from the money that's out there. Now, what does that mean? Number one, it means that a lot of people are getting rich off the generosity of American taxpayers, but more fundamentally and more importantly than that, it means that there are kids in Minnesota who deserve these services, who need these services, and they're not going to those kids. They're going to fraudsters in Minneapolis. That is unacceptable, and that's the sort of thing that we're cutting off with this action today. Let me make one final point about the spirit of this. One of the things I love about our country is that we're a generous country, we're a generous people. We take care of our fellow citizens who can't afford medical care because they're down on their luck. We take care of people who can't afford to put food on the table, even though they work hard and play by the rules. We recognize that we're all in this together, and part of the reason why we have Medicaid, or part of the reason why we have food stamps, part of the reason why we have these programs is we want to make sure that kids who grow up in families not all that different from the family that I grew up in, that they have access to the basic necessities: food, medical care, after-school services when their family needs them, but they're unable to pay. What's happening in Minneapolis, in California, in a number of states all across our country is that the generosity and the good hearts of our fellow Americans are being taken advantage of. We're taking that social contract that says that our American citizens, we take care of one another, and we're allowing a few bad actors to get rich off that generosity of spirit instead of providing the services to the kids who need it. This is disgraceful. It has happened for too long. Far too many people have gotten rich by taking what is the best of the American spirit and getting rich off of it instead of providing services to kids who need it. That is—
Oh, I agree with them. Too many people have gotten away with ripping it off.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
mean, we covered the stories. All you need to go do is go back to the Minneapolis crisis, and we
Mhm.
covered how much they stole in autism services, where they lied and they said that their children didn't have autism, and they walked out of a doctor's office with a couple $100. The doctor made a couple $100, and probably somebody else made a couple $100. I mean,
Mhm.
and what happens to American children that need these services?
Oh, heaven
I,
forbid. They should,
yeah,
qualify.
you and I were talking. There's a lot of talk about what the future holds, and all of your Medicaid and disability services going forward
Mhm.
in the future. There are so many people on these services that do not belong on them, either American citizens who do not belong on them for scamming and frauding, but also all the millions of illegals that are on there.
Yep.
And part of and you can talk about this a little bit, Crazy B, if you want to, about, well, this will probably lead into it, but on these two particular programs, Medicaid and disability, they plan on kicking you off or making you jump through hoops. And their goal is to hope that you don't jump through the hoop, and then they save
Money.
potentially thousands of dollars. Thousands. I mean,
Mhm.
you take a disability claim that potentially could be somebody's lifetime, and you're looking at, $1 million easy.
Mhm.
And that got into you and I discussing the issue of even something like child support. If you want to talk about that, if you
Oh,
think we have time
yeah.
for that.
That I can try and make it quick, but it is a
Okay.
much longer conversation. The
Which
entire
we can have.
yeah, that might be another day when we can focus solely on it, but the entire child support system, the courts have been pitting parents against each other for a long time. They'll take a full amount from the dad's checks and then send the mom a fraction of it. And there was one time that my mom got like 67 cents for the week of child support. She's upset thinking my dad's not paying it. My dad showed me his pay stubs for like 2 years straight, and it consistently came out of his checks. So
That's wild.
they legit will pit parents against each other, and unless you call them up and have a fit and you refuse to accept it as either parent, no, release all the money to them. They are not, no, they, like, the dad either has to say, give it all. You are not allowed to withhold any of this extra money for yourselves. Or the mother, like in my case, what I did, the one time they botched on child support, I called them up, I tore into them. I'm like, no, you don't get to sit on any of this money collecting interest. I know it's coming out of my ex husband's checks. Release it. They never messed with the checks again after that. You gotta let
And
them know
that's
you're paying
something,
attention and you're not going to tolerate it.
yeah. I mean, that's something that we'll go into, as Crazy B said, a more in-depth analysis on. But that was something that I didn't even know of. I never even heard of that. And I
Mm-hmm.
would have never imagined that the states are doing that.
Oh,
But
yeah.
they're doing it because they're getting interest on all of the money that they hold.
Yes. The longer
So
they hold it, the
when you
more
start,
interest is on it.
yes, yes. And that includes all of the monies that they hold. When you call and say, I sent you the check, my bank says you have the check, or you cashed the check, and they're like, no, we didn't, blah blah. It's all nothing but a money grab.
Well, that's like
And
Danny
they
with the
have an app.
tickets. He paid
Yeah.
3 times. Oh, the receipt machine is down. They never put it in as a payment. And so his license kept getting suspended because he
Wow.
refused to get a written receipt as proof of
Right,
payment. It's like common sense, written receipt. Grab a piece of that printer paper back there, write it out. This
right.
date, this time, this account, your name, my name, date.
That is wild, Crazy B.
The
So
states
the whole
love to screw people over like this.
mm-hmm. Yeah. So when you add that, because there's when we talked yesterday about the Dems and factcheck.org, I believe it was, saying where Trump was lying about, it's not, you know, trillions of dollars that are, in fraud or whatever. And I'm going to say otherwise. One, until the books are actually opened up and we get everything that we're supposed to see, when all of the states turn in what they're supposed to turn in, and we see if Minnesota is any case study, come on, what else is going on? For
Mm-hmm.
years, all you got to do is take a look at how bad Pennsylvania is.
Look at my state. My freaking governor, they may be getting impeached for mishandling money on travel expenses. Like
Oh, that's
misuse.
right. What was he doing again? I don't remember. What was he
Oh,
doing?
we paid for his Aspen ski resort whatever payment thing, whatever it's called, subscription, basically.
Okay.
He spent, what was it, 7 or 11 million on just going to Davos to have attend the WEF, or what is it, the WHO that's there, whatever, whichever one.
The
Yeah,
WEF. Yeah.
yeah, the World Economic Forum. And
Right.
yeah, so my state is mostly Republican, with the exception of like 2 or 3 areas that are Democrat. So dude is possibly getting into serious trouble. He may actually, because that's
Wow.
not petty theft when it's a total of 32 million in a year.
Right.
That's not petty theft. That's grand larceny level. So, if not more. Like, dude is really facing some trouble. And let's not get me started on
But you know
Michigan,
what?
where I lived for so long.
Right. You there, Crazy B?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. Yeah. EJ was trying to call in. I didn't know if the connection
Oh,
got.
no, I'm still here.
Sorry about that.
It's all good.
That's okay. Okay. Good.
Yeah, our entire system is jacked, and
Right.
people are finally realizing it enough on a scale that they're going to do something about it. It's just taken
Right.
fucking forever, and now it might be too late because y'all signed over the powers to control Congress to Congress.
Right.
Just gonna remind you.
Yeah.
Well, not the people in the audience,
But
mostly our ancestors or older people.
but how many other people, if Nancy Pelosi, if Ilhan Omar, if all of them aren't in trouble, why would you think he would be in trouble?
Oh, oh no, this is my state governor, not a federal
I know that.
representative.
I know that. I know. But I'm saying if those people are okay, why would you think he would be getting impeached
Because
or
my
go to jail?
state's assembly is mostly Republican people. The people who represent the individual counties at the state
Okay.
level are wanting to impeach this governor.
I see.
Yes.
I see. Okay.
So all
Yep.
but maybe 3,
So they
like
want to
the
take it
city
to
of
the next.
Louisville and Elizabethtown and I think Lexington
Right,
are
right,
blue. Most of the state is red. So they actually have a
right,
chance of getting it pulled off.
right. Hey, Art.
Oh, hi, Art, by the way.
And yeah, and I just and I only caught the word deadbeat and the word judge. And that's the other thing that Crazy B and I didn't bring up. And again, we'll get into more detail on that. But not only do they F with our money, but think of the additional money that it costs when you say, well, I'm going to take you to court. And then there's attorney fees and the judges are getting paid. And it's all a money grab.
All
It's
the
all
fines and
somebody
fees paid to the
thinking,
courts.
yeah, yeah, you don't pay something on time. You got attorney fees, you got court fees. Here's a fee for here, a fee for there. Here a fee everywhere. Wait, I can't. I better not after the
Here a fee,
pickle
there a
thing.
fee, everywhere a fee.
Everywhere a fee. Yep.
I'm telling you, our states are jacked. And it's been this way since I
Yeah.
was even younger. I mean, I was 16 when my dad showed me his pay stubs. And I'm like, yeah, that's pretty jacked up. They're stupid.
Right.
I'll let mom know the next time I'm stuck staying with her.
Right.
It's like, again,
Ugh.
there's only, like, it's pretty bad when a parent has to show their kid their pay stubs for 2 years to consistently
Right.
show they've been paying, no matter what.
Right.
And they have no control over
Hey,
what the courts send out.
right. And Art's writing about you can't get a professional license if you're deadbeat. Well, in the city where Eric does a lot of work, if so every quarter you have to pay your taxes to the city if you worked, and you have to
Mm-hmm.
file whether you worked there or you didn't, okay? And if you need a license, but the paperwork doesn't coincide with getting the license money in, your revenue money in, you will not get the license.
Oh,
And
yeah.
guess what else? The computers don't talk to one another. So the finance department does not talk to the building inspection department. So you have to walk from one building to another building, and you might have to go back and forth a couple times
Mm-hmm.
to take paperwork back and
Oh,
forth.
heaven forbid you have a
There's no,
typo or you use the wrong ink color.
yes, wait. Oh, it's worse than that. Whatever way that your license appears, things have to appear the same way as what the insurance company. Oh yeah, it got so bad at the city. I think I even complained about that on a show where
Uh-huh.
the insurance company wrote, city county building, let's say room 201, with a period. Well, they wrote 201 and it didn't have the period. They wouldn't accept it.
Gotta love it.
Yeah. That is
Gotta
how
love bureaucracy.
ridiculous. Yes, how this shit is.
Well,
And
yeah.
what people don't realize is that time that it takes for you to call back the insurance company and say, "Oh, you know what? I really need you to add a period there." That takes time away from them, right? And then that's why your rates increase, because they add the cost of their people's time and materials.
Yep.
It's bull crap.
It's like what we were going through with Danny to get his license back. I literally said
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
want to hear
Go
another
ahead.
woman bitch about it because
Yeah.
they're giving him the runaround. And he's a guy, so he don't have to have the divorce papers or the marriage license because he didn't change his last name. But if he did, he'd still
Right.
have to go through all that bullshit. So yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Oh, Art says if you overpaid the estimated taxes, there's a fine. If you underpaid the estimated
Uh-huh.
taxes, there's another fine. Mind you, you have
Yes.
no clue what you're going to owe. What you're going to
Yeah.
owe me just starting out. Yeah, it's a guessing game. So
Mm-hmm.
you're going to get fined no matter what.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that great? They find ways to make money.
It really is a nickel and dime game, isn't it?
Nickel and
that's
dime
just
is like
yeah.
of the wrong phrase. It's like hundreds and thousands game. The only
And
place I
again,
ever wanted to
we're
go
not.
postal was the
Yeah.
DMV.
Yeah.
And
I
then
could
you got
agree
these
with
women
that.
complaining about having to provide 2 extra pieces of paper than men, if it's even needed. It might
Uh-huh.
be even just one if you're still married to him. But here I
Right.
have all his documents and his paperwork and his driving record, and they're like, no, you still got to go through this and that and the other thing.
Right.
What? Yeah,
Yep.
I'm telling
Mm-hmm.
you. There are some insane levels of bureaucracy that we keep allowing by voting these
Uh-huh.
idiots in. That's all I can ever stress is how much we keep letting this shit happen.
Right.
Tangents aside, we do got to
All
move
right.
on because we've only covered
Go
2
ahead.
tabs in an hour.
Well,
Oh,
hey, we got through. You said how many yesterday, so we were due for a day.
yeah, we were. But this is
Go ahead.
what's next. Donald Trump says, "Great news for America and our wonderful White House. The judge on the case of what will be the most beautiful ballroom anywhere in the world, blah blah blah, was just thrown out and completely erased. The effort to stop its construction. Um, as everyone knows, not $1 of taxpayer money is being spent, but rather all money necessary to build this magnificent building is being put up by patriot donors and contributors. The ballroom construction, which is anticipated to be to also handle future inaugurations and large-scale visits, is ahead of schedule and under budget. It will stand long into the future as a symbol of the greatness of America." President Donald J. Trump. When it's under budget and ahead of schedule, I know that's usually corners were cut, and it alarms me.
No, just remember he's a builder. He knows what to do.
I'm just saying.
You know damn well he's probably going to look at every gold nail going into everything.
Just have
Remember,
a
he did
tendency
redo the
not to trust ahead of schedule and under budget. Those are 2 scary
right.
phrases in the construction company.
Well, we'll see.
John Fetterman was the only Democrat to shake
Some
hands with the
yes.
president after the
Go
State
ahead.
of the Union. I just noticed that. Sorry.
Mhm.
Didn't mean to cut you off.
That's okay. That's okay. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just showing it. He was the only Democrat to shake hands with the president. Go.
Yeah, it's sad.
Really.
It tells you what lowlifes the rest of them are.
Mm-hmm.
Again,
Well, maybe more of them need to have
the lack of
strokes.
yeah, for real. The lack of decorum, the lack of respect for the office. You don't, they don't know him personally. As far as having an in-depth conversation with them, they don't know the man. They know of him, they know what they've heard of him, they've seen him on TV, have done whatever. But you don't know somebody until you get to know somebody and sit down and have a discussion with them
Mm-hmm.
and talk about things. You might walk away saying, we're going to always, agree to disagree, and that's the way it is. But I can have some respect for you instead of screaming and carrying on in the gallery like you do.
The idiots. They are complete idiots and disrespectful and have no desire to give a shit about the people they actually are representing.
Right. All right. What you got next?
Another truth. Oh, nope. I accidentally put it up there twice. How did I do that? Well, didn't need that one twice. Oh, this one. I'm not sure how I feel about this. Having banks force customers to verify their citizenship status. I don't know how I feel about this.
Let's listen to the CNN report and then talk about it.
All right.
Trump could soon force banks to take part in an immigration crackdown. What I mean by that is sources tell CNN the administration is considering requiring financial institutions to collect and verify their customers' citizenship status, something banks aren't currently required to do. One source says the new policy could come through an executive order. CNN's Matt Egan is following this story for us. So, Matt, what are you learning about how banks are responding to this possibility?
Yeah, well, Omar, this does appear to be part of the Trump administration's aggressive immigration crackdown. Sources tell CNN's Priscilla Alvarez and I that the administration is considering new action that would require banks to check the citizenship status of their customers. Now, this would be something that would actually apply not just on a go-forward basis, but also to existing customers, which is pretty stunning when you think about just how many customers the banks already have. Now, this action could also require banks to check a different category of documents than what they normally look at, including passports. Now, I do want to stress that nothing here has been announced or finalized. It's not clear here whether or not this would come in the form of an executive order or some other action. We reached out to the White House, and a spokesperson said that any reporting on policy that hasn't been officially announced is just speculation. But some Republicans do support this. Republican Senator Tom Cotton, he put out a post on X yesterday where he said, "I strongly support President Trump taking action to prevent illegal migrants from accessing our banking system." And he said he sent a letter to Treasury last fall asking for an investigation into this matter, and that he plans to introduce legislation on this issue shortly. Now, Omar, you asked about how the industry is reacting. Officially, they're not really saying much, right? Representatives from major banks, from bank trade groups, they haven't commented on this. However, sources do tell CNN that the industry is concerned here because they're worried that this kind of action, it could almost compel them to be part of the administration's immigration crackdown. One financial industry source told me that verifying every bank customer's citizenship status would be unworkable. This source said it's a bad idea. We are very alarmed. Now, banks are required to adhere to anti-money laundering rules, know your customer rules, but they don't track the citizenship status of their customers. So if this did become official, that would certainly be a significant change. There's also some questions about whether or not this could discourage immigrants from keeping their money in the bank. Even undocumented immigrants, they do play a significant role in this economy. In 2023 alone, undocumented immigrants, they paid $90 billion in federal, state, and local taxes, and they had spending power of nearly $300 billion. And just one other point for you here, Omar. The president does talk a lot about cutting red tape. It's something he's very proud of. Something that he mentioned during the State of the Union last night, where he took credit for cutting a record number of job-killing regulations. But this potential action related to banks and the immigration crackdown does show how, in some cases, the president has actually added new red tape and regulation where he sees fit. Back to you.
Something to watch for moving forward, Maddie.
I'm like, a lot of people people can open banks offshore. I know I have to present a social security card and ID when I open a bank account. I have to present this information. Isn't that already checking citizen and legal status?
I don't know, Crazy B. There's a couple things. So let's see. First, if you're going to open up a checking account, you need, and I'm using a checking account as an example. This is probably any account. You need a valid government issued photo ID, driver's license, passport or state ID, a social security number or taxpayer ID number, and proof of address, a utility bill or your lease. And then some banks obviously may require a minimum open deposit and personal information like date of birth and phone number. And I will tell you, most banks I know of require the date of birth and a telephone number.
Mm-hmm.
I know that I've dealt with banks that you didn't need that minimum, but I'm saying there isn't a bank that I know of that doesn't require your date of birth or whatever.
Yeah.
Non-citizens, usually their foreign passport, their alien ID card, or an ITIN is acceptable if they do not have a social security. Now, I also just looked up, and this was interesting. This was what AI popped up. I don't know. I haven't looked into it, so I don't know the details because this hit us this morning. So I asked why it's a good thing to know citizenship status when opening up a bank account. And it
Mm-hmm.
replied back from Fox News, Washington Post, and 6 others. Knowing citizenship status is essential for banks to comply with the Know Your Customer KYC rules, prevent money laundering, and adhere to the Patriot Act requirements.
Oh, so
It
this is
helps
already a thing?
Yes, I didn't know this. It helps verify identity, determines the necessary identification documentation, such as the Social Security number or alternative forms for non-citizens, and aligns with emerging regulations targeting non-citizens.
Wait,
So
so it's
it,
already a thing. Why is Trump doing this? That's stupid.
I don't know, but this goes back, get this. Banks must comply with the Bank Secrecy Act of 1970 and other Treasury Department rules designed to detect illegal financial activity.
Um, okay, so like the ID thing. And by the way, hi Cannabis. I didn't want you to think I forgot to say hi. Um,
Hi, Cannabis. We were talking about you earlier. You missed us. You'll have to go back and listen. So,
the requirement for a social security number is basically it is your tax ID number for most people. The banks have to report interest paid to the IRS. Yes. I know. That's why I'm like, isn't that proof enough of who I am and where I come from? That's why they ask for these things. Like, I remember even being a teenager opening a bank account. My dad allowed me to get a bank account in my own name. I think it was like 16. It was just me, no adult, no further adult, and it was allowed. It was solely my name, and I had to provide my ID and my social security card, where I lived, all that is good little stuff. And you always have to have a bank. Cannabis says my ears were ringing. But yeah,
yes,
I
they
remember
were.
back even in the 90s having to do this. And like when I set up accounts for my kids when they were born, I initially had set them up
But
before they got ruined because of my sister. But yeah, I had to have their social security number because they didn't have ID. I had to have a birth certificate and my ID and everything showing that I was the parent to set up an account to put money in for them. That's just like,
I think the issue is, though, the fraud on the Social Security numbers being stolen. I think that's the issue.
even
I think.
still, that can be headed off with an in-depth check.
But who's going to check it? The bank's not going to check that. The bank
Your
doesn't check
credit
the
score
Social-
companies keep a close eye on that stuff.
Mm.
And they do run you on a credit score rating from time to time in all these places, if I remember correctly.
We would have to do a deeper dive into this to see. This just hit as breaking news this morning, so we don't know anything about it. We'll have to look into what he's proposing. Why is he
Because this already
proposing it?
fucking exists. Like you got to have a federal ID mandate with all these things. That's been in place since 2008. Like,
The other thing I want to argue with this is, where the fuck is AI in all of this? You know, AI is supposed to do it all. Why can't it figure and sort all this out? Why are they saying, it's going to take more and more red tape and more? Just throw AI at it.
And let's copy and paste the red tape from 40 years ago.
Yeah, there we go. They
That's
probably
even
forgot
better.
it. Yeah, is anybody, why don't you index the shit from way back when, and get it out of microfiche and microfilm and yeah, get that back up and rolling. Because I could tell you how long PA stuff is out and about still.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there are still stupid laws about walking an elephant on a leash or whatever, some other bullshit. Can't carry ice cream in your back pocket in my state. Oh, and by the way, women can't go in even drive down the freeway in a bikini. So, absolutely ridiculous.
I watched a TikTok short on one of our local shelters today, and two guys dropped two dogs off and just tied them to the door for over an hour till they chewed through their leashes and escaped, and were running down the road and were gone for 45 minutes, almost got hit by cars till somebody picked them up and rescued them and brought them back when the shelter was open. And the shelter has a camera. Now all of a sudden I'm even more pissed about that, because now that I think about it, I just got to get this off my head, that they have a video camera to see who the guy was that dropped them off. Why can't they have a Ring camera that when somebody does this shit, it rings to one of the people that works there's phone, and they could go get a dog that is tied to the door?
I don't know why
I'm
the
gonna
guy
have to
felt
go.
the need to just not go in and say, hey, look, I can't take care of him anymore. Go
It was
ahead.
it was yeah, that was what there's laws in Pennsylvania, really strict laws that are worse than how we treat people, actually.
Animals get
I
treated
mean,
better
I
than
guess that
people.
was, yes. I don't even know why I brought that up. I just totally hijacked that. Just put that in with the pickled dill pickled,
The pill dickle.
pickled, yes, pickled dill, whatever dill you want to call it, segment.
The pill dickle.
I'm
I like
really,
pill dickle. Pill
you know
dickle
what?
is funny.
When we're done, I'm actually just going to pass out and go to sleep for a while.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
EJ's making dinner tonight, so it's on him.
Yep, saves you a bit of headache.
Yeah, he thought I wasn't going to cook yesterday, so he bought stuff.
Well, he
Anyway,
can cook today.
I apologize for hijacking that. I did have a point to that, but hey, I can't make no connection right now.
Well, it started off because of illegal immigration and
I know
illegals opening
it just went
accounts.
to it. I don't know. We'll find out. I don't know. We'll see. Go ahead, keep going.
Well, that's it for that tab. Um,
Okay.
Next is this chick again. I know we watched this in a different video. Do we want to rewatch it?
Not really.
Okay, we'll jump to the next.
Just play a couple minutes of her and we'll put her in the description. This is Governor Spansberger. Let's start calling her
Spamberger.
Spamberger.
Thank you.
Huh?
You said it as I was thinking it.
Okay, let's call her. We're gonna start calling her Spamberger. And yeah, go
She's
ahead.
an idiot.
Yes, she is.
Tonight, as we watched gather session, not here. So let's and let me.
What the heck?
I want to know how she knew that so quickly.
I want to know why it stopped playing.
Oh, I don't know. Because it probably knew we didn't want to listen to her.
Okay. Well, never mind. We're not listening to her after all. I don't know what happened. It says there's a 3 minute 14 second video. And
okay.
It's not.
That's okay. That's okay. We didn't need to stop with her. But how did she know that it wasn't the truth so quickly? Right?
Uh-huh.
It's all pre-scripted. And people buy into this.
Yes, they do. Because people are idiots.
I mean, where's the fact check after?
Oh, she is the fact check. You can't fact check the fact checkers. How dare you?
Right. True. That's racist,
Except I
isn't
do
it?
that quite often, and I definitely get an earful for it.
Right. Right.
Depending on which,
Hey, Art, the only thing I remember is winning. That's all I remember.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to remember. Ask me when I'm 80. Dee, what did you remember from the 2026 State of the Union address?
Who was the president back then?
Dead.
I can't remember.
They'll say Trump. I'll scream up. I'll shoot up out of bed. Winning. Oh, Lord, help me.
Yeah, he said winning way too many times in one paragraph. Kind of annoying.
Either that or no. Oh, help us. Okay,
Yeah.
what's next?
Trump cheering himself and Republicans while scolding Democrats in the State of the Union, according to NBR. NBR.
I was going to read that. Would you prefer to take
it?
Nope. Okay.
I can't read 3 letters in the corner.
Okay, chicken shit. Go ahead. Could you enlarge it a tad?
Sure, fine.
You just don't want to have to make no YouTube shorts of yourself. That's all. Fudge. Here we go.
Says that's why he stopped watching them in the 80s.
President Trump opened his State of the Union by putting his presidency in grand historic terms, acknowledging the nation's 250th anniversary, while also declaring the golden age of America. Tonight, after just 1 year, I can say with dignity and pride that we have achieved a transformation like no one has ever seen before, and a turnaround for the ages, he said. We will never go back to where we were just a short time ago. And with that, I want to argue, oh, yes, we can in 2028. It can happen. Americans may see, by the way, do you think he'll have the ballroom done by 2028 so the Dems can't tear it down?
Oh, they'll find a reason to tear it down.
Those shortcuts you were talking about, right? Americans may see that as a celebration or a threat depending on their party. Trump's speech came as the public is intensely divided and as his net approval rating has continued to fall. With midterms approaching, Trump faced the task of outlining an agenda that Americans and narrow Republican majorities in Congress could get behind. The challenge is all the more pressing as the president's party tends to lose seats in midterm elections. While Trump did outline some future policy objectives, the speech was also a mix of Trump's touting his first year record, slamming Democrats, and creating made for TV moments, like when he reunited a woman with her Venezuelan uncle who had been kidnapped by Nicolas Maduro's government, or when he opened the evening by welcoming the gold medal winning U.S. men's Olympic hockey team. It ended up being the longest State of the Union ever, at more than 1 hour, 45 minutes. All about the economy. Trump's, is that a video, Crazy Bee, or is that an ad?
I think it's just a YouTube video of the thing, or it's an ad. It's blanked out probably because it's an ad of some sort.
Okay, Trump spent a substantial portion of his speech talking about the economy. That included defending the many tariffs he imposed over the last year, despite the Supreme Court ruling last week that found a swath of those import taxes to be unconstitutional. He repeated his vow to impose replacement tariffs authorized under different laws from those the Supreme Court struck down. As time goes by, I believe the tariffs paid for by foreign countries will, like in the past, substantially replace the modern day system of income tax, taking a great financial burden off the people that I love, he said. Somehow, I find that hard to believe. Will we get, do you think we'll see the money?
Not for a while.
Define a while.
At least 10 years.
Ugh.
Because once he leaves office, that shit's gonna get all kinds of turned around.
Okay. This isn't the first time Trump has said tariffs could replace income taxes. Experts have repeatedly disputed that despite either possible or advisable. Oh, that this is either possible or advisable. Trump has promised these new tariffs while he has also been mocking Democrats for their focus on affordability and instead making the case that he can ease the cost of living. Studies shown that Trump's tariffs have increased prices for businesses and consumers, and a majority of Americans disapprove of his tariff increases, according to a recent Pew Research Center poll. Trump also touted the tax cuts Republicans passed last year in the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, but not without attacking Democrats for opposing them. All Democrats, every single one of them, voted against these really important and very necessary massive tax cuts, he said. While Trump spent much of his speech celebrating his first year in office, he also announced policies he wants to put into place, including ratepayer protection pledges. These would require tech companies building new data centers, which use massive amounts of energy, to pay more for electricity to mitigate price spikes for the communities where those centers are built. And that's something I didn't think about, but we know that Texas, where else?
My area got hit with that.
Yeah. Who is going to pay for that?
Mostly us.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering, where those the cost for all of that energy and all, who's paying for the upgrade in the infrastructure? If we already know how bad our infrastructure is on our grid, how can these data centers, wow, that could mean outages. That's something There's something else to look at, Crazy B.
Mm-hmm.
He also said he wants to create retirement accounts for people without access to retirement plans with matching employer contributions. The government, he added, would match up to $1,000 per year in these accounts. That might not be a bad idea. I don't
Yeah.
I don't feel one way, but I mean, he started the Trump accounts for kids, which I think
There's private funding for that as well.
right. And I'm curious as to what I think they still have. Yeah, what are they called? It just went out my head. What are they? Savings bonds, right? That
Yes.
you can still purchase savings bonds. It used to be you could get the actual certificate, but now I think it's all done electronically.
Yeah.
I wonder what the difference between a savings bond and these two Trump accounts would be for the kids or for like a
I'm not sure,
IRA
but
type
I
thing.
don't think there's much of a big difference by the sounds of it.
Okay. Yeah. And it might be beneficial to have one over the other, I would think,
Mm-hmm.
depending on your situation. Um, so Trump sees immigration enforcement as a win too. Trump also leaned into the issue of immigration, which propelled him to 2 presidential wins. Among Trump's guests were the mother of a young woman killed by a person who was in the country illegally, as well as a young girl who was injured in a car accident involving someone in the country illegally. At one point, Trump asked attendees to stand if they agreed with the statement. The first duty of the American government is to protect American citizens, not illegal aliens. When Democrats did not stand, Trump angrily and repeatedly told them, "You should be ashamed of yourself."
And they should be.
I agree. The moment led to some of Trump's most inflammatory and divisive language of the night as Trump castigated Democrats. "These people are crazy. I'm telling you, they're crazy," he added. "We're lucky we have a country with people like this. Democrats are destroying our country, but we've stopped it just in the nick of time, didn't we?" While immigration was once a strength for Trump, his approval on the topic has turned negative amid his mass deportations and the deployment of federal agents to Minneapolis. In January, agents killed 2 American citizens. Crazy B, could you take over for a minute? There's something that just hit me that I need to look up real quick.
Okay. I'm looked away for 1 second and lost my place.
We're
Um.
at foreign policy focus.
Okay. Okay. Yep. There it is. So late in his speech, Trump turned to foreign policy, focusing on 2 main topics. The first was celebrating the freeing of Israeli hostages by Hamas, which his administration had pushed for. Second was Iran, where the U.S. military up build up has the world wondering what his next moves are. Trump provided little new to answer that question. He said that after the U.S. attacked Iran's nuclear facilities last year, Iran is still pursuing their sinister ambitions. "My preference is to solve this problem through diplomacy, but one thing is certain: they are by far to have an wait. One thing is certain: I will never allow the world's #1 sponsor of terror, which they are by far, to have a nuclear weapon," he said. "Can't let that happen, and no nation should ever doubt America's resolve." Democrats respond. Doo-doo-doo. So, that dingbat from Virginia emphasized topics Trump did not bring up, including the Epstein files, federal agents sending children to detention centers. They forget that Obama did that too, as did the Bushes and the Clintons. Um, And yeah, the Epstein files, you guys have heard me bitch about that for quite a while too. No point rehashing that. Um, Trump's White House Ballroom project and the Doge mass firings of government employees. Yeah, lots of people have renovated the White House. This is not a shocker. Doge
Right.
going through and removing unnecessary people and sometimes necessary people stupidly. Well, that was not smart, but there was a lot of bureaucratic BS that they weren't needed for. But she paid special attention to the cost of living, a topic that helped carry her and other Democrats to election wins in November. She criticized Trump's tax and tariff policies and praised new candidates running this year. Those who are stepping up now to run will win in November because Americans, you at home, know you can demand more, and we are working to lowering costs. If he can't, okay, this is what I don't get. They sit there and say Trump doesn't control this, Trump doesn't control that, but Biden also couldn't control the cost of food and the cost of living.
Right.
But somehow it's now Trump's fault. But it's again that back and forth stupidity of people. It's just stupid. It
Yeah.
really is.
Yeah, Crazy Bee, when I sent you, hold off on that till tomorrow
Okay.
because there's a bunch of different stuff that goes with that, okay?
Okay. But I actually
Okay,
wanted
thank
to
you.
read a comment really fast. JJ
Go
brought
ahead.
this up. In the movie
Hey,
Miracle on
JJ.
not JJ, Cannabis, but JJ's here too.
Oh, Cannabis.
Cannabis
hey,
brought that
JJ,
up.
missed you. Yeah, but hold up, wait. Hello, JJ, and where have you been? We've missed you. I guess you've been working. Anyway,
He's
go
in to
ahead,
work early
JJ.
today.
I was
JJ,
I didn't want to get confused and do a
I'm
pill
confused.
pickle day.
I keep trying to
Go
call
ahead.
him. I keep trying to call Cannabis JJ. Cannabis said in the movie Miracle on Ice 46 years ago, the coach cut an Olympic hockey player right before the Olympics. His name was Jack Hughes. 46 years later, who scored the winning goal? Jack Hughes.
Yes.
Very interesting. There's no way that could have been plotted out ever. That is a very interesting one. So
I do have. I can send you one thing to share.
Okay.
Before it's early yet. We got plenty of time, but you can end the show with this.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Go ahead with what? What you sent or what you're
go ahead.
sending?
No, with what you're reading.
The next tab. Oh no, that's it for that article.
It's Pill Dickle Day.
You said, you know what? You can cover this when you get done. We still got time, and then I'm waiting for you to send a new tab because a new link because you said not to use that link until tomorrow.
You know what? I have.
You sent it twice.
Did I?
Yes.
No, we're getting a copy. Okay, ignore that because obviously you know what? You are lucky that I live nowhere near you. Do you know that?
It's just one of those days. None of this is even my fault. It's not my fault you didn't copy it completely or your phone didn't work or whatever it was. Pace. I find this entertaining. There we are.
Go. Okay. You can end it with that. Jeez. Oh, help us. Help us, help us.
Hold on while I blind them for a moment so I can put that into the...
Okay. I'm telling you.
What a day, what a day.
Here, girl. I'm dying.
I can tell. Dying. Oh, God. Do we want to cover the 5 takeaways from this speech?
Let's see them. Scroll down.
We don't got to go through everything. The Iran plan remains murky.
Planes? Were you going to say planes?
I almost said planes, yes.
I know you did.
Seeking a midterm message. My mouse is being really retarded today. Hold on.
What is the message?
I don't know. Something... I don't know, whatever the message is. There's the plan. Sending a midterm message. The early part of his speech when... Can I close this? No, of course I can't. Fuckers. The only part of the speech, the early part of the speech, when reviewing figures for the live audience, are typically at their height, focused mostly on the economy. Some of Trump's claims were valid, others exaggerated. Trump's approval rating, blah, blah, blah. A confrontation on immigration was the most dramatic moment of the address, which we know, because, well, the Democrats decided to get into a shouting match. The Supreme Court draws only a bit of ire. That's true. He could have gone on longer about that one. Because of the strike of the tariffs, which really isn't a big deal because now he has Justice Kavanaugh gave him an out for it on how to circumvent the bullshit. There's that too. Politically, both parties got what they wanted. I don't think the Democrats got as much as they thought they would. So it's kind of funny. And Americans are likely to be broadly satisfied with the contrast Trump drew on hot button issues like immigration and transgender rights, and by the fact that he avoided sparking the kind of colossal controversy that might have drowned everything else out. This person's giving up way too much credit. My personal opinion, and that's the 5 takeaways.
Okay. What else you got? You think if we hurried really fast, we could finish up the Trump thing?
Actually, there's only one more thing other than
go ahead.
There's 2 things that we can cover before we jump into those videos. Sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
So Trump boasts a turnaround for the ages, clashes with Democrats in the longest ever State of the Union address. And this is just ground news rehashing what we've talked about already, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
We already talked about all that, right?
Yep, we beat ground news to it.
Okay.
This isn't pertaining to the State of the Union, but Secretary
are we
Noem.
done with it? Hold on.
Yep, we're done with the State of the Union stuff, with the exception of the Olympian interview, and then that video you just sent me.
Okay, all right.
So, Kristi Noem says, just revealed that Elon Musk helped find that a few DHS staffers installed spyware on her phone and computer, as well as on the devices of other political hires. These people need to be jailed. I kind of agree. That's a security threat on all new levels. In addition, Noem and her team found secret, secure rooms within hidden files that were turned over to attorneys. What?
Yeah, well, which attorneys? Her attorneys or somebody else's
federal attorneys or what?
Yeah, let's
see if she clears it up.
And her team found secrets. Okay, go ahead.
I can't even believe what I found since I've been in this department. I just found the other day a whole room on this campus that was a secret SCIF, secure facility, that had files nobody knew existed. So we just happened to have an employee walk by a door and wonder what it was and started asking questions. We went in there. There was individuals working there that had secret files that
I didn't hear about this
on some of these most controversial
topics
old like that. And now I've got that.
I've never heard about it.
And we're getting to the bottom.
And I wonder how many else have it.
Exactly happened there. You know, we have CBP, which is Customs and Border Protection. They know every traveler that comes into this country, every good that comes in. They're the ones who assess and collect all of the tariffs, but the information that they had on travelers that came in during COVID, what are national labs, which I also have national labs under my jurisdiction. They're scientists that participated with that Wuhan lab, how they were traveling back and forth between each other and working on those experiments. It's been eye-opening. And I'll tell you, Patrick, even from the time I came into this office, it was, Elon and his team were extremely helpful to me. They helped me identify that some of my own employees in my department had downloaded software on my phone and my laptop to spy on me.
Yeah,
So if
that's
this
what
is,
this is.
I
That's what
had
this is.
never even heard of any of this. And if this is
Yes.
so much older, why aren't these people already in jail?
I don't know, but this seems to be a recap in her talking to PBD. That's what
Uh-huh.
it appears to be to me, Crazy Bee, because everything she's talking about, I've heard of this stuff in
I
small
didn't.
bash snippets. In fact, I'll save that post and see if I can go back and pull some of the details.
Here, I'll send you the link to this one.
Okay.
That way you have... Oh, shoot. Stop.
Okay.
It wasn't supposed to do that. No, that's not even right. What the fuck? My computer's acting absolutely bonkers today. I apologize. I don't know why my computer is acting this way. Shit. My computer is really weird. Let me send this link to you, and we'll play this quick video. So this is the dad of Jack Hughes. Oh my God.
Uh-huh. And you talk about me.
I just laughed. I didn't say it was like it was a bad thing. I just laughed because it's part of life.
Mm-hmm.
I never
I'm
once
not
insulted or criticized, but you're free to laugh at me.
I'm holding my laugh in. The day's not over yet.
Keep laughing. Go for it. Laugh more. I say.
Okay.
Laugh all you want. I'm all for people laughing. So, all right, let's watch his reaction as his son wins the game.
He's a hero.
Nice shot. Oh, we are. Oh, shoot. I'm going to get in trouble. Ah, music. What? There we go. I had to mute the music. Sorry. Yep. I hope I caught it in time. That is awesome reaction from a dad.
Yes.
And for some reason I duplicated it. We do have one more, which is a brief interview from him.
Excited to be going to the White House and meeting Trump.
Like everything. The volume's low on that.
I can't. Turn it up. That's as loud as it goes.
Go to the White House, meet the president.
Unfortunately.
We're proud to be Americans, and that's so patriotic. So, no matter what your views are, we're super excited to go to the White House tomorrow and just be a part of that.
How do you feel about the women not going?
They got busy schedules too. I mean, I know we're getting everyone's giving us backlash for all the social media stuff today, but it's so negative. People are so negative out there, and they're trying to find a reason to put people down and make something out of almost nothing. But our relationship with them over the course of being in the Olympic Village, I think we were so tight with their group and our group after we won the gold medal. We're in the cafeteria at 3:30 in the morning with them, and then we go right from that. We pack our bags and we're on the bus. So, you guys, people are so negative about things, but I think everyone in that locker room, knows how much we support them, how proud we are of them, and we feel the same way we feel about them. We know they feel that way about us.
Definitely.
And I got to give them kudos. The media is really blowing things out of proportion, probably.
He took a lot of flack for that interview.
You know what? If I was him, it'd be like, ignore him and keep going on with my life.
A lot of
ignore the
negativity
haters
for that interview. Yes.
Yeah. Just ignore the haters. They're just jealous they can't be as talented in sports and make as much money off of it.
Exactly.
So. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, you wanted to share what? Did you want to share that one picture you sent over earlier?
Oh yeah, that we're gonna delve into this a little bit further, but I found this rather interesting that Israel is responsible for 2/3 of the 2025 media worker deaths.
I still don't know how that's possible.
I don't know either. A record 129 journalists and media workers were killed worldwide in 2025, with Israel responsible for killing 86 of them, according to the Committee to Protect Journalists, the CPJ. Over 60%, honest to God, I'm going to kill somebody. Sorry. Over 60% of journalists killed by Israeli fire in 2025 were Palestinians, reporting from Gaza. The CPJ warned that journalists are increasingly vulnerable due to a persistent culture of impurity, noting impunity. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. We're going to end the show out the way it started. Culture of impunity. Soon as it left my mouth, I knew it was wrong. Noting, I was almost at the end, almost. Noting
You did good.
Noting a lack of transparent investigations into killings.
Okay, I have a question. Is this like Israel went in and just blatantly shot these people, or was it that buildings and rubble toppled over them and it was car explosions from Hamas that they're just blaming Israel for?
Yeah, we'll find out more. This at the time was breaking news, and so that's been a day old, and I'm $1 short right now. So
shit, me too. Me too.
So,
but I think we did good. We got 3 minutes to close out, and that's it.
Yes, ma'am. So we will be off tomorrow as our normal schedule. We will be back on Monday at 7 p.m. Hopefully, nothing crazy will happen over the weekend. And our plan is to give you a Bill and Hillary Clinton synopsis of what transpired today and tomorrow, which will probably take us, what do you think, Crazy B, most of the week?
I have a feeling, depending on how bad it is.
Yeah. Well, not only depending on how bad it is just from the hearing, but if we plan on doing any deep dive like we planned on, that might be, I don't know.
Might drag it out a little longer. I'm trying, like I said, I got some shorts, and there's a few that are longer, because there's one guy who looked into all 50 of their friends who died. Like, all of them. So, like, literally pulled news articles and stuff and was kind of going through what seemed off about it. So that's a very long video. I might be able to narrow it down to the most common ones or the ones we haven't heard of yet, and kind of wing it from there or see. That's something we can kick around later.
Okay, that's fine. We'll be back on Monday regardless at 7 p.m. and Wednesday at 7 p.m. and Tuesday and Thursday from 3 to 5. Both of those, all of our schedule is Eastern Standard Time. We thank you for joining Rex Sisters. Please don't forget to like, follow, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you need to know anything about a dill pickle, please join the Discord.
No, a pill dickle.
I know, but I just wanted to say dill pickle because, why not? There could be information on dill pickle recipes for all we know.
Actually, I like making dill pickles.
Okay. How about anything that has to do with a pickle you'll find up on Discord, perhaps?
Yeah, I do a lot of stuff at home.
Yeah,
so
perhaps.
Maybe some good recipes.
Yeah, exactly.
Who
Now I'm
wants
gonna
to
have to
try
go
ranch
find one.
flavored pickles? Who wants to mix
Nah,
vinegar and ranch
pass.
together?
No, pass. Pass.
Uh, I absolutely agree. That sounds
Might as well
disgusting, but
just
I had to have
call
fun with
that
it.
ass. That. Oh my God, that'd be ass pickles. Would that go with the pickles that he kind of that?
I don't know. I think it might. That
Wait,
artist in the beginning that
I
we
will talk to you
referenced.
off camera or offline about that and that whole ass pickle thing. We'll talk about that after.
Yeah, so we
That's
don't
not
get in trouble.
exactly. Yeah, if we're not in trouble already.
Yeah, I totally left that video playing the music that we don't have the copyright for. I might have to go
Well, if
back
you
and
have to
mute
take
it.
it, yeah, just either take it down and re-upload it or mute
No, they'll
it
just
or
mute the
whatever.
music part and leave the rest in. It's not a massive headache. It's just now I got to take 10 minutes out of my day to fight with it.
Okay.
But
sorry.
I'm the one who forgot to mute when it got to the music. Like, dumbass me, sitting there not paying attention. Oh, let's just let it keep playing.
Well,
Oh shit.
yeah, I didn't even think about. Well, I didn't. I just saw his dad. I didn't see the whole thing because I was actually looking for something else. But you know how shit always pops up on my computer, so
Yep.
my tablet. Yep. All right, people. Have a good weekend.
Y'all stay safe, stay sane, stay sober, and we'll catch y'all. Today's only Thursday. We gotta. Are we? No, we're not coming on
We're off
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
All
Correct.
right.
We're off
Yep.
on
Have a
Friday.
nice extended weekend from us.
All right.
Recoup.
Yeah.
And come back Monday.
Yeah. Yep. At 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Oh, pray for us.
Yep. Both of us.
All right.